Out of nowhere, a woman known only by the initials DL has strutted onto the stage, claiming she's not just connected to Harry and Meghan's kids, but that she's actually their real birth mother. Yes, you heard me. According to her, Archie and Lilibet weren't carried by Meghan at all. DL says she was the secret surrogate for both pregnancies. And here's the kicker. She's got receipts, hospital records, NDAs signed in 2018, financial transactions. It's giving scandal of the century. Now, DL isn't skulking around behind some shadowy curtain either. No blurry face, no distorted voice. She's showing up calm, composed, and dead serious, like she's been waiting years to blow the royal house of cards down. And suddenly, all those old viral clips of Meghan's baby bump folding, shifting sizes overnight, yeah, they're trending again, and not in a good way. If this is true, we're not just talking about celebrity-level fakery. We're talking royal succession, kids presented to the world under false pretenses, with Harry and Meghan allegedly at the center of an elaborate cover-up. And if Harry knew, that's not loyal husband Harry, that's co-conspirator Harry. Think back to Archie's birth announcement. Remember how weird that was? No Linda wing photos like Kate and William, just Harry awkwardly grinning in front of a horse stable saying the baby's here. No hospital name, no press, no details. At the time, people chalked it up to the Sussexes wanting privacy, but with DL's bombshell, it looks a lot like stagecraft. And then, the bizarre birth certificate edit. Meghan's legal name wiped off, replaced with Her Royal Highness. Officially, the palace said it was clerical. Meghan said it wasn't her choice. But some are whispering it was a legal cover, because if Meghan wasn't the birth mother, listing her could have been falsifying a document. Here's where it gets darker. DL says she was recruited through a California surrogacy agency, locked into secrecy, and cut off from the outside world during her pregnancies. According to her, Meghan's team micromanaged everything: housing, doctors, even psychological support. But when DL developed postpartum preeclampsia, she claims she was tossed aside like yesterday's press release. That's when she started building her arsenal: texts, medical files, bank transfers. And she's not backing down. She's even dared Meghan and Harry to bring on a DNA test publicly. Meanwhile, Meghan and Harry's camp? Radio silence. Just frantic lawyers firing off cease and desists like confetti at a royal wedding. If you've really got nothing to hide, wouldn't you slam dunk this with proof instead of hiding behind legal threats?
Although I do have to admit this, right? I always find it weird when people introduce a new baby. Because if you think about it, there's such a big contrast between the end product and how it was made. The result of our sweaty night of just raw dogging, #blessed.
Behind palace gates, or should I say California mansion gates, things are reportedly melting down. Harry's inner circle says he's unraveling, barely sleeping, lashing out, pacing like a man who realizes the fairy tale is slipping through his fingers. Meghan? Ice-cold silence. No Insta posts, no podcast sound bites, nothing. For a woman who built her empire on controlling the narrative, that silence is almost louder than words. Even their business deals are wobbling. Sponsors are quietly pulling out of Meghan's lifestyle brand, afraid of being caught in a royal PR apocalypse. Rumors swirl that Harry and Meghan are sleeping in separate rooms. Montecito Mansion, less dream palace, more haunted house of suspicion. And let's not ignore the constitutional thundercloud forming over Buckingham Palace. If DL's claims check out, this isn't just a messy tabloid story. It's a crisis of legitimacy. Can children born via undisclosed surrogacy still hold titles? Can they remain in the line of succession? Constitutional scholars are apparently dusting off rulebooks older than Netflix because this scenario has literally never happened before. Insiders claim royal advisors are in panic mode, running quiet reviews behind the scenes. Imagine the optics, the monarchy, already fragile post-Megxit, having to explain whether Archie and Lilibet even count as legitimate heirs. So where does that leave us? On one side, you've got DL, fearless, armed with receipts, openly challenging the Sussex legal machine. On the other, Harry and Meghan, curiously silent while the internet stitches together years of inconsistencies into one damning conspiracy quilt. The Sussex brand, once built on authenticity and truth-telling, is now drowning in suspicion. Friends and celebs who once championed them are going suspiciously quiet. Podcasts are scrubbing episodes. The tide is turning, and quickly. If DL's interviews air on U.S. networks, and rumor says at least 2 have already been filmed, it could be game over. Not just for Meghan and Harry's public image, but for their place in royal history. All right, picture this. The internet thought Meghan Markle's so-called yacht girl whispers were finally fading into the archives of royal gossip. Until, bam, a dusty little screenshot from 2016 sails back into view like a ghost ship, courtesy of an account called Meghan's Mole. Now, this wasn't just any screenshot. Allegedly, it showed some guy named Adam Hound, no A-lister, but apparently yacht-connected, sliding into Meghan's old Twitter DMs with a breezy, "Hey, if you're free, join us for Yacht Week in Croatia." Harmless? Maybe. But to the internet, this was a wink-wink VIP boarding pass into a shadowy party circuit of socialites, rich men, actors, and, yes, yachts.
And a source told OK magazine, quote, "There are many things that both of them, especially Meghan, don't necessarily want in the public domain. One of which may have been the, again, alleged, rumoured yacht girl date."
And here's where the plot splits like a bad soap opera twist. Camp 1 says, chill out, it's just a friendly invite. Camp 2? Oh, they've got corkboards and red string connecting this to a larger pattern. Meghan allegedly mingling in the same glitzy waters as certain royals long before Prince Harry. You know the theory. She was already in the orbit. The whispers? That she may have brushed shoulders with none other than Prince Andrew in those glitter-soaked days. Let's be clear, no boat manifests, no paparazzi shots with timestamps, but the gossip is relentless. And strangely, this is the one rumor the palace and mainstream media seem allergic to. Some say it's a hush-hush job because even a whiff of truth could rewrite the Harry-Meghan meet-cute into something more calculated. Instead of a fairy tale coffee date, you've got dimly lit Soho House lounges and back-channel introductions over champagne.
You know, she was trying to she was just desperate to date a British guy. Like, she tried to date Ashley Cole, the footballer ex of Cheryl, tried to date Matt Cardle, the guy who won the X Factor, tried to date Max George, who was a member of The Wanted. She just wanted a famous British guy. That's for whatever reason, she'd broken up with her husband. She wanted that. I mean, she hit the jackpot. Prince Harry. I mean, come on. And she never wanted it to work within the royal family. That was too hard for her. So they concocted this narrative of like racism, and it's just not true. It's not true. They were given so much support.
Oh, and remember that German documentary, hyped as the ultimate Meghan-Harry expose, delayed for fact-checking, and when it finally dropped, yawn. But behind the scenes, rumors say certain bombshells were chopped out, including the yacht stories, which, if true, means someone with very expensive lawyers wanted them gone. Meghan in her Hollywood days wasn't just a red carpet hopeful, she was strategic. Soho House regular, always around the right people at the right time. Producers one night, European aristocratics the next. And Harry, also a regular. Are we supposed to believe they'd never crossed paths before that official introduction? Please. Then there's the online peanut gallery, accounts like Meghan's Mole and Royally Sage, digging up old tweets, party pics, even cryptic posts like, "Don't make me post the others from that day. This is the least trashiest." What others? What day? It's bait, and the internet bites every time. The strangest part? Meghan, who's never shy about correcting a false headline, has never addressed these yacht rumors. Complete radio silence, which in gossip world is basically like pouring gasoline on a bonfire. Here's the thing. If she was just Meghan from Hollywood, nobody would care. But she's Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, mother to royal children. Every old photo, every party invite becomes a potential "what does this mean for the crown" moment. And maybe the truth is boring. Maybe she went on the boat, drank some rosé, and went home. But the obsessive effort to scrub certain stories from existence, that's what makes people wonder if there's a much darker, glossier, juicier truth floating somewhere out there, waiting to be found. Because in the end, the real scandal might not be what she did. It might be who doesn't want you to know.
We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people. Come on, wife. We want privacy. We want privacy.
One said, what about this isn't 100% South Park fodder? Bring on the Respect Our Pregnancy episode. Another.
Insiders say the South Park team is sharpening their pencils again. Whispers around town suggest Meghan Markle's latest twerking while heavily pregnant moment may have sparked a creative emergency session at Paramount. And the evidence just keeps adding up. Between that now infamous Respectile pregnancy clip and Harry's ongoing audition for Sad Prince of Montecito, the streets of Hollywood are buzzing. Is the Duke and Duchess of Duplicity getting a sequel skewer? Oh honey, if South Park goes in for round 2, Meghan might want to delete Wi-Fi from her entire estate. Let's rewind to February 2023, the good old days of satire when South Park delivered its now iconic worldwide privacy tour episode. You remember it, Meghan and Harry screaming "Respect our privacy" at anyone who looked at them while promoting a memoir. It was savage. It was accurate. It broke the internet. The cartoon prince and princess, desperate for privacy, waving "Respect our privacy" banners on their global attention crusade. Trey Parker and Matt Stone didn't just mock them, they decimated their brand.
Biggest critics. Meghan Markle's podcast was outperformed during its 9-week run by rival shows from staunch critics.
And since then, the jokes write themselves. Fans are begging for more. I mean, what about this twerking video isn't 100% South Park fodder? One fan on X literally pitched the idea, Respectile Pregnancy, the movie. Producers won't confirm anything. Paramount is keeping lips zipped tighter than Harry's security team. But with Meghan feeding meme machines with every post, are we really pretending South Park isn't plotting? Come on. Even Meghan addressed the first episode herself. Remember that Emma Grede podcast? She knows the satire hit home.
They can't even see that they can't make anything legit because they're going to be poked at all the time.
But let's talk flops, shall we? Because what Meghan did next was launch a podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder. Huge promo, top-tier guests, all the buzz, and then crickets. She claims she chose to axe it after just 8 episodes, plus a bonus with Tina Knowles. But we see you, Meghan. We see you. Newsweek laid it out. Confessions opened strong, second on Apple Podcasts, and then plummeted faster than Harry's public approval rating in London. Spotify? She hovered around 21st place, then fell out of the top 100 by April 12. By April 26th, out of the top 200 altogether. Gone, erased, unbothered, delusional, flop. And the icing on the failure cake? She was beaten repeatedly by her own critics. Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, even Joe Rogan. They were ranking higher. That's how irrelevant her show became. People weren't just ignoring her. They were actively choosing her enemies. So what does our Duchess do when the ratings tank? Pivot, spin, pretend it's a power move. Meghan told Emma Grede she's taking advice and focusing on her business, because apparently the only thing she wants spread thin now is her jam. Yes, really. She called this her time to listen, to be candid and vulnerable. But let's be real, it was spin, an excuse, a rebrand in motion. Meanwhile, South Park fans were already pitching their sequel, Respectile Jam, with love, parody. I mean, the content writes itself. Let's get real. Montecito is expensive. The palace may be land-rich, but Meghan wanted cash flow and fast. Harry, bless him, doesn't have the funds. The royal family isn't handing out blank checks, and without Netflix paying top dollar, those mortgages, PR firms, and glam squads don't fund themselves. And now Harry wants to be a full-time philanthropist without the cash to bankroll it. Meanwhile, Meghan's stuck holding the brand bag. And let's be honest, she was never built for budget living.
And at a certain point, the only thing I want spread thin is my jam.
And the public? Oh, they're over it. Memes have more authenticity than Meghan's interviews. And while she's out here trying to talk business plans and Q4 launches, people just want the tea. They want what South Park gave them, mockery with meaning. The silence from her former inner circle, Oprah, Serena, even Beyoncé's team, is deafening. She's posting, she's podcasting, but the public is posting back, and it's not flattering.